Welcome everybody to a look at the fifth and final film in the Essential Film Noir Collection number 4 box set from Imprint. And today we're taking a look at 1953's Jennifer. So this stars the likes of Ida Lupino, again, after the previous film. And it's directed by Joel Newton, who I've not seen anything else from before because he simply hasn't directed anything else either. I've looked on IMDb and Wikipedia and no information whatsoever about his other directorial efforts, if he had any at all, or even about his life in general. Clocks in at 73 minutes long, and starring alongside Lupino is the likes of Howard Duff, who starred in The Naked City, but he also starred alongside Ida Lupino, who was his wife from 1951 until 1984, in the likes of While the City Sleeps, Private Hell 36, as well as Women's Prison, and before they got married, also in Woman in Hiding. They had 5 films in total together, which is really rather quite impressive. Only the likes of Humphrey Bogart and what's her name? You know who I mean, who was in the likes of Key Largo and the like. But yeah, only the likes of those two have ever been in so many films in such a short space of time before as man and wife. And a young woman is hired to take care of an eerie old mansion where she finds herself entangled with an enigmatic murderer. Although this mix of film noir, drama, and even horror has a somewhat unsatisfying ending due to its slight ambiguity, I did nonetheless find most of this to be rather good and generally engrossing. The two leads are also great, the supporting cast is solid, it is really rather well shot, especially in terms of its shadows and use of reflections, has good use of music with a decent score mixed in, the setting is well used, and there is some really rather well executed tension. Not my favourite of the 5 films in this release, and it's definitely the only one I'd give 3.5 out of 5, whereas else I've given 4 out of 5 for the rest of the films in this set. But still, a solid enough release, and certainly not one that doesn't outstay its welcome at only an hour 13. And shares its disc with the previous film, Beware My Lovely. Does feel a little bit like an afterthought though to this collection because not only is it the shortest in the series in terms of the box set, but it's also the only one that doesn't have any extras whatsoever on it. Yes, it is scanned in 4K by Paramount Pictures, but that's it. There's no interviews, there's no trailers, there's not even any galleries or anything like that. It's just purely the film, so it does feel a little bit like an extra, but it's still a solid film in its own right. And it doesn't make the collection, but neither does it break it, because at the end of the day it's still a 3.5 star out of 5 film, and it is still one that I mostly enjoyed. Overall this box set has been really rather impressive. It's not my favourite by any means out of the 4 that we've now had, but obviously I prefer it to the first one purely because in that first one I had 2 of the 4 films already, so they weren't new releases to me whatsoever. But it's not as good as the second or the third box set, but still it's a solid enough effort, and there's mostly a consistent run of quality throughout the films in general. And at the end of the day you get 5 in this box set, where I think in the previous 3 you only got 4. You do get slightly more for your money, but there's no major peak in this box set. They're just all, like I said, at the same kind of level, but it is still a really rather good level regardless. But nonetheless, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed hearing all the reviews of these films. I've really enjoyed reviewing them. I've certainly enjoyed watching them, and I'm glad I bought this box set. If you've seen any of these films, I'd like to hear your thoughts on them. But if you haven't and you're into your film noirs, then I do highly recommend them. Nonetheless, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.